will not run the classes one-on-one in our analytical gym because we are already seeing in Florence that after 2 or 3 classes everybody is bad because the physical activity is here. So we will try to keep the pace a bit slower, and we will talk a bit more in between exercises, mostly to explain to discuss with those who are interested, to discuss how and why we select certain constraints rather than others, and certain cues rather than others. Okay? So then, where we start with is actually relatively important. It's more important where we will move according to what happens on the back. But if you look at the normal resolution map that we talked about, pin essentially means on top of you, your legs are out of the equation, you are not touching with your legs, and I'm on top of you, chest to chest or chest to back. But the main, the main difference between guard or pin is exactly that. The legs of the person on the bottom are not interacting with my body. So there's your first exercise. We can start from a chest to chest situation, okay? The task is continuous for the guy on top. You want to maintain chest to chest, and while the guy on the bottom is going to have a goal, which is to insert at least one leg in between himself and the top player. Easy? Yes? So grab a partner, start, and I will say flip to the bottom every time that the situation is over. Okay, guys? Hold the top forever, hold that chest to chest position forever. If you are on the bottom, get your legs in between. Go.
Oh, bro.
Take your roll every time that the task is accomplished. Okay? Switch top to bottom every time the task is accomplished.
No, Francesco,
võiksid nüüd küsida seda eetrisse sellest kallist, kas nad oleksid enne külaskäinud. Et nagu näha, kas nad haigid tahtsid laudist tulla. Aga noh, see oleks nagu see on natuke nagu selline nagu mitte väga hea.
Okay, guys. So, because you were like, how do we start? I didn't say.
So I want to do the toilet.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not arguing about it, but that's actually a point. Yeah, I didn't say start the word right? And then you get to see what happens here, what happens there, right? And now we can play with it. So next exercise we will go like this. I'm not changing the task of the. Yes, I'm changing also that one. So on top, you start from set control. From top, your first goal is stay on top forever. Maintain that chest to chest contact forever. Your second goal is get to the mount position. Okay? From the bottom, insert the legs or turn to 4. Turn to 4, clear to everyone? Yeah. 4. Might be a quad mode, might be a turtle, you're turning to 4. One of the two things. Good. Top, side control and mount. That's it. Start from side control, try to get to the mount. Control, insert your legs or go to 4. Okay, guys? Yeah? Let's go here. Sometimes, if we are not switching partner during the class, an expert guy might be partner, at least for one exercise, with an absolute beginner. And there the game makes no fun anymore. Because if I, 70 kilo black belt, get partnered with a 70 kilo white belt, get partnered with a 90 kilo black belt, I'm not escaping that side control ever again, right? Be a good training partner. The thing I say in the gym is be the training partner that everybody wants to wear. So you should self-regulate yourself about that task. If at some point you realize that there is no way your partner can achieve the goal, you need to either constrain yourself or release some pressure or anything, right? But your job is absolutely not to make your partner miserable. Everybody should be happy to train with you, regardless of your expertise and your weight. Does that make sense? This is more of a, gym culture, if you like. Unless it's competition class. But in competition class, I will try to partner people according to the weight, unless they are fighting upstream. All tiny things are going to coach. So, you have your task, you have your goal, let's go. You can decide to Bottom player reset. Bottom player brings the ball to reset. Bottom player brings the ball to reset.
võib-olla puhk ei peagi puhki aru, aga tegelikult ühes Tom, sa ei saa midagi aru näha.
Ma tean, et oma trennid, et kas tal on nagu üks teema või ta oleks vastu. Tal on ka 3 ühes trennid või?
Ta ütleski nüüd hakkas ka tegema nagu, ta on ka vaadanud paremad kohtusime seda 40 minti, lõpus oli mingi motivatsioon spaaris. Aga praegu ta minu meelest teeb sulite käest küsida.
Ma tahtsin.
Ta teeb kolm, ma ei tea, mis aja vahemikul, aga ta teeb 3.
Ta ütles, et kui tema ei vaheta nagu neid teemasid, nagu tal ei ole nagu mingit nagu schedule'it, et ta ei tea, kui kaua ta teemaga teeb, kuidas ta nagu make sure, et ta teeb nagu tervet mängu kogu aeg. Aga no jah, kui ta
teeb 3 teemat, võib-olla ühes teemas istub nagu 6 aega.
Ja ta võib olla mingid teisi teemad.
Aga reidist teeb 3 teemat, vist üks teema on, kaugõtme, vaata, jah, üks teema võib-olla on maadus 3 nädalat, top on 2 nädalat, vaata, kaardid teeb võib-olla ainult 1 nädalat, et ta mängib nendega variatsioonidega kestridega. See on ka mitte ökoloogiline. See on päris välis. Jassi ei ole nii hea vormis, kui ta arvab. See on ole.
So far so good? Yes? So, you want to improve fin, right? You can pretty much always do 2 things. You can choose to improve one side, or you can choose to just work generally on the situation. Okay? So, yeah, maybe we try to improve one talk. That's you're mirroring each other.
They're not from our gym.
I wouldn't actually.
Can you be, Francesco,
you know body language.
can you be more specific about you can decide to improve one side or both? What would be like the differences?
Difference would be that, for example, now I'm going to give more cue to the top player to get their control better, but I'm not touching the task of the bottom player. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm helping the top player, but the bottom player can be.
Sometimes when you talk about defense, the attacker will not hold it, okay, does that.
Yeah.
The other thing to counter that.
Yeah, it's always,
So you can talk about defense, but
it's always internal, right? But you can put more focus on one side than the other. And again, the general pace and the pause in between rounds is of course a bit longer because it's a long week. Yeah, with a lot of live training. Okay, can you go to the side control, please? Do you remember when we started to talk about the map, the framework, right? We talked about those 5 points of the body that we use to orient ourselves to make decisions. Yes, no? We said this, that, and that. Those are kind of the attractors for everything. Can you put your elbows up, Marco, please? Perfect, Marco. So don't stop him, okay? Stay there, just don't stop him. Yeah? Actually, you know what? Open your hands, put your hands like that. Perfect. Take the back. Yeah, go take his back. He's not giving any resistance. Okay, take his back, but do not touch the floor. No, you are not giving any resistance. You. Okay, take his back, but you are not allowed to touch the floor with your elbows. You cannot touch anything with your elbows. Not the floor, not him. Take the back. Yeah, you go to the back, but your elbows cannot touch anything.
Anything at all.
Good luck. It gets extremely complicated, right? So now I want the top player, you're starting with your hands open, okay? Self-control, hands open. I want the top player to give a lot of attention into not letting the elbows of both player touching the mat. You don't let their elbows on the mat. Good? So your goal is the same. Maintain chest to chest center position, move to mount. That's your goal. Where are you putting your attention, dedication of attention? Put a lot of attention on their elbows. Don't let their elbows touch. Okay? From the bottom, same. You win if you reset the guard or if you try to fall. Here.
The way you play also in bottom
I suspect
I think we got so yeah. So it's also like üks ei tohi teist oodata. Me mõtlemegi imelik, mõlemad asjad, mõlemad ökoloogiliselt.
Does it make sense?
Especially when you go to the primary recovery thing, you know, like, kind of obsessed with things.
Yeah. So, yes, right? Okay. That's something we talk about. You control movement from the extremities, from the center. Yeah. And now we can play. Where do you want to go next? Right? But the foundation of whatever we are control, that's it. Chest to chest, don't let your extremities touch the medulla. Extremity will be this one. Yeah. You will play a very similar thing from the mount. Because I could play the mount, I could focus on not letting your elbow touch your elbow, this part of the head, this is the other, this part of the head, this generally the part that you don't want to touch. Can you go in the mount with this? This is just to make the framework we were talking about it a bit more clear, right? Can you look up and develop the mount? He opened his eyes like this when I asked him.
He's not the brightest.
Control the elbow.
Silda, pane silda, Hugo.
Yeah, where are you calling in Estonia? like this. Don't let it touch the metal example, so yes. Yeah. Right? You can find the entire body, or you can control the body, the extremities, control the movement, the extremities. Yes, guys? No? Yes. Now, something that we did for in preparation for the tournament, starting from the control actually, we score as many points as possible. There is only one path in a tournament that scores as many points as possible for set control, which would be new belly pump leg pumps. Right? That's how you score as many points. Start with set control. So the next exercise, for example, would be start from set control. We will call it a 50-50 cycle. 50-50 is when remember why I wouldn't explain these things in a normal class, but we're trying to share how and why we decide certain things, okay? So 50-50 will go like this, because our arms are positioned in the same way. I have the shoulder and the armpit, and you also have the shoulder and the armpit, right? It's still not really 50-50 because I have gravity, you don't. Okay, but we'll start from there. So starting from there, the goal of the top player is score as many points as possible. First goal, stay on top forever, chest to chest. Second goal, move to the mount. How do you move to the mount? Kneel belly first, and then mount. And because the goal of the bottom player still is recover guard or turn to 4, you also have to get a chance to score the back mount. You follow me, guys? Yes, no? Does it make sense to you? Right? Again, what do you want to focus on when you are on top? Where do you put your attention? Because you want to stay on top, control the extremities so they cannot breach, they cannot rotate. That should help your top control, right? That's I'm not changing the task of the bottom player because we are looking at the work of the top. You see what I mean? Right? We're looking at what the top guys do. So we start with set control. We want to control the head and the elbows. We will not let these 3 points touch the mat. And then we try to stay on top forever, and then to go through the point progression, which would be knee belly mount back point. From the bottom, recover a guard, or turn to 4. Of course, if you're turning to 4, you should also not let them take your time. Because that's more battle to start, right? Because you turn to 4, I want to score this point. You don't want to give them those points. Makes sense, guys? You want to try? Yeah? Let's go. Yes? Guys? Yeah? Where could we go from here? You tell me. Where could we go from here?
Move to submissions.
Huh?
Keep the penny but move to submissions.
Or like when we start moving towards the very there's space. If you come out from side, start with this place. So again, you don't want to have 10 practice games.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. You want to have a demo. You want to. It depends where you want to go. It depends what's happening in front of your eyes. Truly depends about what's happening in front of your eyes, right? So you cannot isolate one class in a vacuum. Okay, because the people were on magnitude for months before, and the people on magnitude 4 months after. So the classes are isolated now. much. You should see the class in a continuity with whatever you were doing before and what you're going to do after, right? So I have no idea what we're, I cannot imagine what we were doing before, just popping here on this map and starting to do it there, right? But depending where we want to put more attention, we could definitely play a different game. Like, for example, we want to be more successful with the point game, right? I set control and I want to score as many points as possible. So I don't want to just mount you, I actually want to go set control, independently, mount them. Then I look at the classes and I find that too often people create too much space when they have to go from set control to new belly, and in that space, the bottom guy recovers the card. Let's say I look across the map and I see this happening way too often. I don't like that. How do I fix that?
So if all guys are cues to try to guide them to change their behavior so they do that first.
Yeah. You give some cue. Well, what would you cue them?
Well, I guess I could say something like, make sure that knee that's close to you is not pointing towards you.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. We would have to see what happens, but right out of the blue, I see a problem there because if I'm auto view right there, you know, one thing that I try to do is to have people thinking about their movement and not about the movement of the other guy.
Yeah.
Because if I have much more control over what I am doing than what you are doing, right?
So how about trying to keep the knee that's going on really in contact with the other person at all times.
I actually know what's the solution, by the way.
Yeah, something like inside and try to get to before you go to
Okay, guys, let's go in the same situation.
create the space.
Well, that for sure. Yeah, it's like, so I can. Do you want to do the exercise or I explain the first what happens there? We do the exercise first, okay? So I'm just going to cue you, okay? When you are on top, I want you to go as north-south as possible before going into that, you know what I mean? Yeah? Go as north-south as possible before going into that. Everything else stays the same. On the top, you want to stay on top, you want to progress through the positions to score as many points as possible. From the bottom, you want to recover a gap, or you want to turn to 4. If you turn to 4, don't let them score on you. Okay, guys? Go.
Right? So let's say if you turtle, you don't reach them. If you turtle, don't let them score. But if you turtle, you go to they should go to turtle without them taking back. Okay. And you're still hunting the elbows and yeah. I want to see the effect of going to north-south and then the ability.
Then again.
It kind of makes sense in Canada. I would just wonder why
Really tough.
I just wonder why knee and I understand the feeling in the elbow, but why knee and belly would be easier in north south. Only thing that will matter, I guess, is to start blocking with the arms first. Yeah, because they're doing this and now they insert the knee because they need to block.
They just happens, yeah.
Ja, ma teine koos, ma küsin, et mis see efekt on juhtunud. Nad blokivad muude kätega üle. Ja see põld tuleb selle käe varjus. Et muidu kui nad lähevad saigi, vaata mõnikord on käsi üle. Ja, aga siis saigi tekib küll ruumi vaata. Ma olen üles vaata. Ma ütleb kohe, kui lõõmast enam on siida kätega. Ma olen põlve selle käe varjus. Seda ma mõtlen. Ei mõtlesin, tema sündis oli nagu praegu kraavi tegi ka. Et point on see, et käed on parem ees. Probleem on see, et nad ei kontrolli puud. Et kas sa ütled meile, et kontrollige puud samal ajal kui kusse läheb?
Algul see oli kinnisena väljas.
Et seal on see, ei noh, ta vabalt puudub. Aga point on see, et see on loogika, mida ta aru juhtus. Küsimus on see, vaata minu jaoks, et sa pead nagu seda tead. That's why, Francesco, I hate you. Because really that was kind of good. That's why I hate you. Almost good. What happened actually, that's why I hate you. I cannot do that yet.
Yes, no? Right?
How did you know that it didn't work? You like tested it out? Or you had some sort of
So, there I struggle because I know exactly how, yeah, but I have big issues teaching or transmitting this, okay? Because when I look at because of my background, yeah, when I look at bodies working against each other, I can see where the body weight is falling, where the spaces are opening, closing, and I can see the movement. I can almost literally see arrows in front of me telling me where the body weight is and where one balancing on those things. Probably that's because that's my own form of stupidity, right? So I could see very physically that from side control, the player was going up, creating that space for the legs to come in. I can see the errors, right? So, okay, how do I make space for that leg without the hip going up? Like that.
I cannot see it differently, actually. I would see it in a way that, that's why I'm like, that's why you're here, you know? That's why, you know, you are here. And because let's say I see the same thing, yeah, that gap, you know? And then it would be easy to say, control the hip, you know, cover the hip, control the hip, block the hip before you go to knee and belly, you know? That's also one thing to cue, and they understand that transition, you know? But in north-south, what happens, both people, arms are around the body anyway, and they're covering hips, you know? And then the knee comes behind that shield of arm, and then the legs cannot come in. And that behavior, that was interesting to watch, but because people control like this, and they're blocking already everything, you don't have to teach them the block, it happens naturally. Or you can tell them knee and belly, block, and then go to knee and, you know? And it was like, I was like, I hate you right now. So and for me, I was probably still that cue. But also, this is a very interesting challenge to start to think this way. How to create that blockage without telling, block the hip. And with going north-south, it happens automatically. You know? So for me, also that is like the way to think, to create so things will actually emerge. You know, you can tell them, yeah, or you can just make them emerge. It was kind of awesome. So, you know, those are actually quite hard things to me at the moment. So, and kind of like almost like you have to pre-know that knowledge that north-south will create that, you know? Or just test everything and finally you understand like 10 things and then north-south work.
I don't have any of that. That's my thing.
Second?
I don't think about any of that.
I know, that's why, you know, that's why you're here.
The movement, the space, that's it. Yeah. So now there is a lot of context about top control and blah blah blah, right? And now I can tell you something and also show you something more technical, and I don't need you to drill it because I'll make it super. It happened a lot of times for a lot of you guys that you were going from Neon Valley to the mount and you were getting stuck with water. Yes, no? It happened 100 times there. And I've seen it happening down there, and it happens to everyone all the time. So next time that you do the exercise, when your knee is the mat, before going to the foot, push his knee down, okay? So that it is, okay, that's before here, I want the control, I push my knee now, so that I stretch it, and then it's all part of that. Now, I can give you that extremely specific thing because everybody here knows exactly what I'm talking about because it happened to everybody 100 times in 30 minutes. I don't need you to drill it, just want to do it next time. Yeah? Same game. Top player is never allowed to lock the hands together. Okay? And bottom player has the chance to finish with Kimura. Bottom player can attack Kimura. Top player cannot lock the hands together. Everything else stays the same. So if I'm on top, my goal is, my first goal is stay on top forever, chest to chest. My second goal is progress to the point system. Heel belly, out, back. Yes? You had a cue because, you know, training like this problem emerged that when you were trying to go from self-control to neo belly, you were creating that space and the legs would come in. We don't want that, especially we don't want that to happen at tournament. So we had a cue. Go more north south and enter neo belly from there. It worked perfectly. Perfect, you know? So we go on. We keep wanting to improve the work of the pinning guy, right? So I'm giving the bottom guy another, I'm taking away from the pinning guy the chance to lock their hands together because that's a form of protection and also control. Okay, like this I need to be more aware of many things. And I'm giving more threat to the bottom guy. So the bottom guy now wins. If they reset the guard, if they turn to 4, of course outside of the back mount, and they can use Kimura. So from the top, I need to go through everything I did, right? But I also need to be very aware of where I put in my arms because there's the risk that something comes and catches them. Yes, no? Do you see the progression? Why we're going there? How we're going there? Cool. Yeah. So try it.
And it's good that you are adjusting the difficulty for each player. So that it will become easier for the other guy and more difficult for them.
Yeah, now there is no trial session on the mat here, but if there would be a trial session on the mat, or somebody was at the second, third class of jiu-jitsu, I could very well go like, if you're on top, your goal is stay on top, touch their belly with your knee. If you are on the bottom, reset the guard, go to 4, and stick to that. You don't need to progress, right? You can regress with just that.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? And like this way, the training is scalable, regardless of who's on it. Everything's clear? Sorry. Please.
I just something in that, but now I kind of met the scale again. Before it was harder because even more effective. But now kind of feel, this little click that helps me to work with it. So
Yeah. Progress is not there.
And then go back.
Can I see?
So you're talking about this.
Yes. And I start to walk.
I guess more. Something that I would do in class, I would let you switch partner.
I don't say that.
I would keep the answer a bit longer, right? And I would go like, okay, every time the situation is over, you stand up and search your partner. And now what happens is that you give that problem, another person would learn, another person asks on, and then the next person give a program that you've never met, right? So your adaptability is it has to be high, right? Because there is not a single technique that you can use on every person. There is not a single thing that works absolutely. Right? I have a guy in the gym that just doesn't have it. So like, it just doesn't have. I don't know what's wrong with his neck. Right? So how can that the trend? Right? And his elbow is thinking, maybe his elbow is okay. I didn't want to say it, but it's a very sad story of how his elbow could have actually escaped.
So the same thing for everybody. That's how it is.
Good question. Top person. I can keep more at the bottom to create a bit more troubles in the operator. You will see that operator for smooth crack. No. I also do that on purpose. I want to refine your protocol, but we want that right to work big, right? And we wanted to refine that. We want to make our game better. So we created context, right? And then we keep writing programs. So at some point we decided to take away from top layer like the head so the arms will be here, which happens a lot anyway because you get to move, contours out your belly, blah blah blah, right? Until then, I kept for bottom player just the task of resetting the guard or returning to form. Now I give them key or two. So I have to do it through everything, but I also need to be much more aware about the dangers that are coming to my arms. Right? That was the reason. It was not to teach more about it was to teach top player awareness of dangerous situations. Exactly. Right? Then one thing that sometimes I do, I say I do it for fun, but I don't actually do it for fun. I do it because people find cool things like this. Okay? I would add a very random things into the mix, especially when it comes to submissions. So if you want to experience that, what we can do now is, again, you don't touch anything of the cues and everything that we used until now. Okay? So, the player, you want to maintain top position, you want to progress through the point system. Okay? And you have two cues to work with. One is control of the extremities, instead of controlling the center, prevent them to move and rotate. That was one cube. You still with me, guys? The other cube was open the angle between your hips, right? Go to north-south before going to the back. You have a constraint. Your constraint is you cannot lock your hands together. Why, as a coach, I choose to use that constraint? I choose to use that constraint so that your arms are open, more accessible to bottom guy. So that the top player now has to be more aware of the dangers where he puts his hands. Make sense? Now from the bottom, you can reset it. From the bottom, now you can reset the gun, turn to 4. If you turn to 4, you must not give up points. So, don't turn to 4 and you let them score. You have to turn to 4 outside of the scoring position. And you can use any submission. Any submission from the bottom. Yes? No? Okay, now we cut short all this class psychology. And top player, you can use only triangle submissions. Yes, triangles. Yeah, legs. Sorry. Good point. Yes. Top player only added arms triangles with your legs. From any position, any configuration, you can do that. Okay, so you win if you progress through the point system, but of course, you win also with submission. Only submission allowed bottom to top player, headed up, triangles with your legs. Bottom player, you win if you turn to 4, if you reset the guard, or if you submit however you like. Make sense? Yes, no, guys? Yes. Let's go. And of course, the first submission that the season, I was surprised.
So, what's the plan right now? We don't have to break, is there another plan? Yeah, because I'm serious, not because I don't want, but I think we can do a second class because it's a down. Yeah, but then people join also. Yeah, so let's say 45. Yeah, I can switch topic and then I'll join. Yeah.
10-15 minutes break.
Like, let's say, we can do a break because later it's all open mat and we can just run into open mat because there's no camera. We can also
The break is more for me to start.
you can finish 45 and we can start.
Yeah, we'll probably need to upload.
Huh? The bottom guy is also not good. Bottom guy is green beginner. Yes, now scuola. Volavo džinsi teile. Ma ei hingelda üldse.
Just a quick, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but you're getting like not usual submissions from that position. Because it's not bad, I wouldn't do like a weird.
So, for example, I should
Trying for the north side.
absolutely.
So that's,
That's what I do. I do partially for fun.
Yeah.
Partially because it's a good Tallinn, right? Now I think we will this tool to find a great submission to sport, right? So yeah. That's why the submission for player was add enough kind of results. 4 or 5. And you find that from the play, in 5 minutes almost. Now, if you are on this topic for 2 weeks, at some point you will have your own attackers and your every way that you have the triangle from one side control, and you will start to be good. You have to give it time, right? But mostly it's the reasoning behind all these children that are trying to attack the humans, right? And one thing we do is allow those submissions that you wouldn't go for.
Like discovering new patterns.
Yeah. Because generally speaking, as a coach, one thing that you want to do when a new athlete has to work with you look at the things that he does not do, and you make them do those. Then suddenly you're a good coach. Pretty much like that. Yes, no? Small break until 6, I would say, and then at 6 we start to completely different topic about it. Yes, guys?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. I have one more question. You started with like the clue of like going to north-south, and that like worked to like prevent the regard from the bottom player. But what if that didn't work? You would have to give like another clue to like solve the problem. Let's say.
I should see